Shalom. Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory going to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Salutation to all you Akim. It's out there pushing this truth with all honesty and sincerity by ways of the highways and byways, going out on the streets, teaching and preaching, and also by way of the internet, doing lessons. And also, shalom to you Aqua, few sisters, you very few sisters out there listening and learning. It's your brother Nayab, and I'm back with another news update. It's a lot of fireworks going on. All right. And in one of these videos, I'm going to stop it because, the small hats is trying to say that the other nations are Amalek, but they're the Amalekites. So when it comes up to that, I'll go ahead and pause it or whatever. But I got some information up in there. Of course, so you can kind of like better understand how these these dome defense mechanisms work, I guess is the way to say it. And so yeah, that's probably about it. But like what I said, it's a shit show. All right, so this is for fair use, and for educational purposes only. Okay, this is for fair use, educational purposes only. I'm not making no money off of this. All right, so let's get started.
I'm the smooth toad. Iran has fired back. Tehran is launching missiles from the heart of their downtown. They are aiming right in the heart of Tel Aviv. These hypersonic missiles are striking each other's capitals. Iran is being hit. Tel Aviv is being hit. Look at this. They are just missing skyscrapers. This is hypersonic warfare that we haven't seen in the modern age. There are Israeli warplanes circling the capital of Iran. Look at this exchange. Iran's firing, definitely not at the rate they're being struck, as you can see. But this is hypersonic warfare outside of tactical nuclear weapons and ICBMs. This is the most devastating level of warfare you're going to see.
The Iran-Israel conflict as of June 13, 2025, is a powder keg. Israel hit Iran hard-nuked their nuclear sites at Natanz, Fordo, and Isfahan, killed top commanders like IRGC chief Hossein Salami, and wrecked missile factories. Iran's response: 3 waves of ballistic missiles and drones slamming Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. Iran claims 78 dead, 320-plus injured from Israel's strikes. Israel reports 41 injuries, 1 death. Both sides are dug in. Iran's supreme leader calls it war. Israel's cats vows a heavy price. U.S. intercepts helped Israel, but this is no game. Airspace closed, civilians hiding, and no talks after Iran ditched Oman negotiations. This isn't just posturing, it's a full-on escalation. Israel's trying to gut Iran's nuke program and military brass, but Iran's missile barrages show they're not backing down. Both are betting the other blinks first, but neither will. The U.S. is already in the mix, and that's a slippery slope to a regional mess. Without a miracle, this could blow up fast, dragging in more players. So we're on red alert here in Tiberias. I'm hearing booming in the distance. I'm hearing flashing in the sky. Oh, above, overhead, here we go. It looks like we have missile intercepts going on right above our head here in Tiberias. I'm following this piece to the ground here. It hit just over the top of that hill back behind me.
Yeah, Laura, following that Israeli
attack against Iranian nuclear facilities and top IRGC leadership overnight and into today. The Iranians have responded with 3 waves of ballistic missiles. This is Israel's version of the Pentagon, the Kiryat. And the building on this compound was just hit.
Please go back, please. Go back, please.
You can understand here, it's very tense at this specific location because the Iranians are now targeting the defense establishment of Israel. And so I'm going to have my cameraman pan up here to this building just across the street from the Kiryat. And so
Told them niggas to get back.
Iran plans to attack the Florida coast as the first response to Israel's strikes.
we got breaking news. Wait till you hear this one. An Iranian official just said that we will intensify our attacks. We will hit regional bases of any army that defends Israel. Watch this. Enter the U.S. Navy. The U.S. Navy, yes, they are moving in to shield Israel. The USS Thomas Hudner, right now heading to the eastern Mediterranean. 8 more destroyers. We got breaking news. Wait till you hear this one.
There have been missiles fired from Iran. Do you believe, given civilians
Now, this is the video I'm talking about, all right?
as well as generals and scientists were killed in Iran, that Iran intends to kill Israeli civilians?
I don't think Iran intends to kill civilians. That's something that Israelis do. The Israelis are the ones who consider everyone to be Amalek.
He said the Israelis, okay, the small hats, big noses, JOOSs, all right? All right, y'all know who I'm talking about. All right, with that blue and white flag, right? Them fake J's, right? Let's rewind that. Cause this is important. See, this is where they lie to the people. Give me a second. We gonna get there.
There have been missiles fired from Iran. Do you believe, given civilians as well as generals and scientists were killed in Iran, that Iran intends to kill Israeli civilians?
I don't think Iran intends to kill civilians. That's something that Israelis do. The Israelis are the ones who consider everyone to be Amalek and subhuman. They are, after all, the chosen people. So that's not.
So y'all heard that, right? They consider these other nations to be Amalek and all this other shit. They are Amalek. All right. This is Genesis 25 and 25. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 22. All right, just hear me out. Genesis 25 and 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh, and the Lord Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elders shall serve the younger. All right, it says, verse 24 says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red. All right, just like these white people are red. They not brown. They shades of red. They are red, man. They not brown people. It says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. If you go ever look up any of these Edomites and stuff like that, they super fucking hairy. Man, you be seeing them all the fucking time. You see them every day. You know, we already know when they go in the sun, what color they turn, you know? All right. So now from there, I'm about to go to this because they said everybody else is Amalek, right? Which don't even fucking make sense. Because if Noah had three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and if Shem had some sons and then Abraham had some sons, don't that mean that not all nations, don't that mean that it's more than one nation that's from Shem? But you niggas are stupid, man. Y'all just believe whatever. This is Genesis 36 and 8. It says, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom, right? Are the Edomites. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites and Seir. All right. So I'm going to jump down to verse 12. All right. Because it's going through the, you know, what's going on. It says, and Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son. Okay. And she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. Amalek. These were the sons of Ada, Esau's wife. Amalek is the grandson of Edom, of Esau. You motherfuckers is Edomites. Y'all not Israelites. Y'all Edomites. Y'all the fake J's, man. How long y'all gonna keep on trying to keep this shit up, man? Talking about everybody else is Amalek. Motherfucker, you the Amalekite. You Esau Edom. You not an Israelite. If you was the chosen people, they wouldn't even, man, look. If the chosen people was in their land, I mean, the Christ, Salakia. I was trying to say it due to, for YouTube, but man, look. If the chosen people, which are the Israelites, was in their homeland, don't you know that mean that all the prophecies would have happened? Don't you know that mean that the third the World War III would have already happened? All right, Yahweh Shah will already be down here, and we will be in rulership. Dumbass. These news networks is so fucking, oh my God, you dumb motherfuckers just pay attention to these people. These devils is saying that other people's is devils and they the fucking devil. It's showing you that these motherfuckers don't know the scriptures, man. Or they know it and they know who they is. They just trying to hide that shit. You can only hide that shit from so long, bruh. All right. So these, man, I'm just gonna say it, bro. Jewish people, bro, they Amalek. They are the Amalekites. They are Esau Edom. It is what it is.
Not what we do.
Period. It's a fact. Look it up in the Bible.
Such language is
don't get mad at me. Get mad at the Lord.
Helps the Israelis continue with their genocidal behavior. The Iranians are retaliating.
So what is the
say the Jews was black? You ever read Jeremiah 14 and 2? You ever seen you ever read the depiction of what Yahweh Shai even look like? What people ignorantly calls Jesus look like? Dumb motherfucker. King Solomon was black. Ain't no fucking small hat, big nose rap motherfuckers claiming to be us. They claiming to be the Israelites and they are not. Revelation 2 and 9, man. They just fucking synagogue of Satan. And these other nations, look, I'm telling you, these other nations, they're going to come to realize that. They're going to realize it.
Well, when the Israelis strike
How the fuck you the
Tehran,
chosen
the
people
Iranians are going to strike Tel
ruling
Aviv,
wickedness?
and Iran has much better capabilities than the Israelis do when it comes to striking with missiles. And the Israeli regime will soon see that.
That's not what history suggests, though, is it? I mean, last time this happened, the Israeli airstrikes were widely understood to be more successful than the Iranian ones. So the question is, what can Iran achieve this time round?
No, I don't think that's accurate. The Israeli airstrikes, if they were successful last time round, the Israeli regime would have continued striking Iran. If they had taken out Iran's air defenses, they would have continued with the strikes. The reason why they didn't continue is because they didn't succeed back then. And so it's not as if the Israeli regime has feelings for anyone. If they saw an opening, they would use that. But we have to remember that this war of aggression was carried out, initiated by the Israeli regime, unprovoked. Iran's nuclear targets, nuclear sites, which IAEA inspectors visit there regularly, they were struck. Buildings near my home, where I'm sitting right now, were destroyed, killing civilians. Literally, I don't know in a direct line if it would be a kilometer or not. In different neighborhoods in Tehran, they've destroyed buildings. Children were thrown out of buildings, just like in Gaza when you see the footage, and in Lebanon when the Israelis would strike. Children were thrown out of buildings, murdered, women murdered, families of targets murdered, neighbors murdered.
And how much damage has been done to Iran's nuclear program, which the IAEA said was not in compliance with their rules?
No, the IAEA board of directors is a political entity. It's dominated by the West, like all international institutions that were created post-Second World War. And the countries that voted against Iran are predominantly Western, and those that didn't vote against Iran are predominantly Global South, and population-wise, the vast majority, like China, India, Russia.
But how much damage has been done?
So, Iran's key assets, whether it's military or nuclear, are deep underground, and therefore they cannot be touched by the Israeli regime. They can strike buildings on the surface, on the land, but they can't touch underground installation.
Iran will not hit back harder. Iran will hit back much harder. The head of the Iranian forces says Iran will destroy, target, and destroy all of the Israeli regime's infrastructure. This was the tip of the iceberg. Iran will lose no war. The Israeli regime will. It is time for you and others to end your racism and to end your support for the superior race, and to accept that all people in Palestine have equal rights, and the Palestinian people have a right of return.
Dude, this is the largest gas facility in the world.
Of what is the world's largest natural gas field? That is this
natural gas
field where there is a fire, and there are reports of a powerful
my God, next decade.
So Israel has expanded.
KMI! I got KMI! I just bought KMI last week!
Infrastructure. Sultan, please continue.
Holy shit!
ونحن اليمين وأنتم شمال ونمحق راية سفيانكم ندوس عليها بأنقى النعال فنحن العدو لشيطانكم ونحن اليمين
Let's take a look at why the Iron Dome failed to intercept the Iranian ballistic missiles. Apart from discussing the multi-layered missile defense system, the Iron Dome itself has a range of around 40 miles. while the David Sling can intercept ballistic missiles up to a range of 180 miles. The top-tier Arrow anti-ballistic missile systems can target threats up to 1,500 miles away. According to reports, 180 ballistic missiles, which are possibly hypersonic as claimed by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, were launched. Although the Arrow missile defense system successfully intercepted many missiles before they reached Israel, many still got through. The main problem behind the failure to intercept was after the detachment of the glide vehicle from the launcher. The glide vehicle can change its trajectory multiple times, which confused the Arrow missiles. This maneuver also bypassed the David Sling and finally the Iron Dome system, which is not designed to counter hypersonic missiles like the Fatah II model. As a result, the interceptor missed their targets and the glide vehicle landed on military bases where the $100 million F-35 jets were stationed. Let's examine the cost implications of a single day of missile attacks. Iran expended over $200 million by launching ballistic missiles along with drones, whereas the IDF spent $1 billion to defend itself. This includes the Arrow missile, which costs around $2.5 million. The David Sling costs around $1 million to produce, while the Iron Dome costs around $20,000 to $100,000 for a single missile, depending on inflation. By contrast, Iranian ballistic missiles cost around $200,000 each, and its drones only $20,000 to $50,000 each. The Arrow missile defense system consists of three basic parts: the missile launcher unit, the Green Pine radar antenna, and the Arrow missile. The missile launcher unit is composed of 6 Erector launcher tubes, housing ready to fire missiles.
Figure I'd show y'all that.
İran'ın cevap zərbələrindən ehtiyat edən
This is Israel's airport.
İsrail ölkənin hava məkanını uçuşlara bağlayıb. İran
Only thing she's saying is this motherfucker is destroyed.
İsrailə hava hücumu ilə həyata keçirib. 150-dən çox pilotsuz uçuş aparatı İraqın hava məkanını keçərək əks həm
الظاهر في قنبلة انفجرت في قدام كابين دور السيارة. كل السيارة ممكن معبية سلاح ولا معبية فيها قنابل فيها شو مش عارف. المهم ده كلها حياتك جاتنا قدام كابين دور سيارة الرايش ده. والعالم هنا جاي تجوع شديدة. يعني حاجة ما بقول السودان. الأبواب اتكسروا.
Continue to follow breaking news this morning. Columbus police dispatchers confirming to 10 TV at least 6 people are injured after a shooting in downtown Columbus. Here's what we know so far. Dispatchers tell us the shooting happened around 3:15 this morning at the intersection of South Ludlow Street and West Town Street. That's just 1 block away from Bicentennial Park. Police tell 10 TV within the past couple minutes they believe all 6 victims were shot. All 6 victims were taken to hospitals, one of whom is in critical condition. And now police are searching for a suspect. And at this hour, police confirm no arrests have been made. Continue to follow breaking news this morning. Columbus police dispatchers confirm.
That's it. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next time, Shalom.